Before the beginning, there was nothing. No earth or heavens, no stars or rivers, no skies or seas, only the two words, that of mist and that of fire burning far away. Between them was an empty void. To the north was a land of darkness, called Niflheim, cold and dark. Heavy mist covering the skies was floating upon this land, through which cut 11 poisonous rivers. Gilmir is the central well from which all of these rivers spring. To the south was the world of fire, Muspel. There is no land there, only the infernal melted lava, ravaging everything. At the edge of this world, there is a giant called Surtur. It is prophesied that at Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods, Surtur will actually leave his place, carrying his long, bright sword to destroy the world, and the gods will fall before him one by one. Between Muspel and Niflheim, there was nothing but the primordial darkness, or the Yawning Gap, Ginnunga Gap. In this part of the world, the venomous rivers got frozen over time, forming gigantic glaciers covered with frozen fog. But when the glaciers reached the southern world, embers and sparks of fire melted the ice. The warm wind turned into a gentle spring air. From the melted venom, life appeared. Two creatures were brought into existence. One is the ancestor of all the giants, Ymir. He is described as both male and female, bigger than the words and what one might imagine. The other is the hornless cow. She licked the salty blocks of ice and the milk that ran from her four udders, like rivers, nourished Ymir, the ancestor of all the giants. As the cow was feeding on the blocks of ice, she licked what seems to be a man. The first day, only the hair appeared. The second day, the whole head. And the third and last day, his whole body. This was Buri, the ancestor of the gods. Ymir slept. A male and a female giant were born underneath its left arm, and a six-headed giant beneath its legs. From Ymir's children, all the giants are descended. Buri took a wife from these giants and had a son named Bor. Bor married a daughter of a giant called Bestla. They had 3 sons, Odin, Vili, and Vi. The 3 sons grew into manhood, knowing that they were trapped in Ginnungagap. Crossing to one of the 2 worlds would have been deadly. They decided what needed to be done. They decided to kill the giant Ymir. It was the only way to make the worlds. The giant got stabbed, and blood gushed from its corpse in unimaginable quantities. Salt as the sea and grey as the ocean. It was so powerful that it swept away and drowned all the giants, except Birgilmir, Ymir's grandson, and his wife, who managed to climb into a wooden box, which drove them away like a boat. Odin and his brothers made the soil from Ymir's flesh, the mountains and cliffs from Ymir's teeth, and the rocks, pebbles, sand, and gravels from Ymir's teeth, and the fragments of bones that were crushed during battle. The sea is Ymir's blood and sweat, the stars and comets, and everything celestial are the sparks that flew from the world of fire. The clouds are Ymir's brains, and who knows what thoughts are thinking even now. The world is flat and encircled by the sea. The giants inhabit its far edges. To keep the giants far away, the gods made a wall of Ymir's eyelashes in the middle of the earth. This place is called Midgard. Despite its beautiful rivers, mountains, and fertile land, Midgard was uninhabited. There was no people there. One day, on the rocky shingle near the sea, the gods found 2 wooden logs almost touching, sea-tossed. One is made of the ash tree, which is known for its resilience and deep roots. The other is made of elm wood. The elm tree is graceful, but its wood is hard enough to be made into the toughest planks and beams. Odin held them and breathed life into them. Vili gave them will. Vi carved the logs and made of them a male and a female. The three brothers made clothes for the women and the men to cover themselves and to keep them warm. Last of all, they gave them names. The man they called Ask or Ash Tree. The woman they called Embla or Elm. Ask and Embla are the ancestors of all of us. Every human being is descended from them. That is why Odin is called the Allfather, because he gave the breath of life into our first ancestors. Whether we are gods or mortals, Odin is the father of all of us.